Hi everyone, this is Clossi, and today I'm going to go over a common Joseki that I think most people should know, if not already do, but just to be sure, I'm going to review it. So, we start out with the Hoshi Stone and black approaches, and white does a one-space pincer, and black dives in. So, most people already know this Joseki, where if white blocks this side, this is the Joseki. I'm not going over this one for now, but that's just the variation that you should know. So sometimes we don't want to get a wall this way, but we want to get a wall this way. And in those times, white can block here. And black will go up. And then the next move is white goes up. What I want to go over is this mistake right here. Some people like to hane, and they don't know that there's a punishment for this. If black just goes down and threatens to connect, since this is the side white wanted, white needs to block, but then black can cut. Now, for sure, either these three stones or this stone is going to die. If white tries to live right here, black can just go right here. Then white, then black, and white's dead. And this isn't too good for white because white got not nearly as much as he should have. So let's say white tries to defend this side. Then black can go right here. White can go right here, try to connect. Then black can just do this. And as soon as white tries to go right here, black, white, black, white, and then black. You can play this out on the board if you can't read this, but yeah, you can experiment on the board with any variation you want, but one of these two sides will die after this cut. So it's very important to know, as white and as black, in case white does it to you, that this hane is a very bad mistake. I mean, it can lose you, it can put you at a good 10 to 15, maybe even 20 point disadvantage, and in some cases that can be a game losing move. And that's just for messing up the single Joseki. There are ways to recover, like if you realize that you made the mistake, you can just go right here. Then black connects and white goes above. But it's still very bad for white, and white lost out. The normal Joseki to follow, after black goes right here, white goes up. And then black threatens to connect just to get more of a base and more of a corner in sente. And then black jumps out. So now white has this stone to worry about, so he has a choice. He can either play here, he can Chinooki, which means to play elsewhere on the board, or he can play right here. Most cases, I normally play right here, but there are some cases where I'll just play elsewhere, or I think that fixing is important enough in a local area. In this case right here, I think two-space extension is fine. Even if black goes down, white can still cut him off, and if black jumps up, white can jump up with him and just chase him, or white can just let him connect, worst case, and then move like this, and white's still connected. So that's it for this Joseki. I hope this helps, and hey everyone, I saw that my last video was kind of short, so I'm just going to throw this in with it. This is just another Joseki for those who don't know it. So in this Joseki, white has a komaku, black approach, and for those who don't know, komaku means 3-4 point. So black played a high approach, and white can play a one-space low pincer. From there, black has choices. Black can go here, black can go here, black can go here, and there's some other choices as well, but those are the three most common that I see. Oh, sorry. Black can go here, I think, but then white can do that. So I think the two I mostly play is this one and this one. So I'm going to go over this one right now. From here, white has a choice to go here. Black can go back. White can go here. Black can go here. White goes here, and I believe that black one space pincers. If anyone sees that I'm wrong and I've done this Joseki incorrectly, just let me know. But I believe this is mostly right. Pretty sure it's right. Then there's the other choice, which is more to my liking. This Hane right here. And for those who don't know, Hane means bend around. Basically, you just bend around the stone. I like this Joseki. Just, I don't know, just like it. Next, black cuts. White goes here. Black plays a wedge. Wedge means like the wedge between two stones. And white has a choice of here or here. White plays here. Then black plays here. From here, I don't play this one much, so I might be mistaken about this one. But I believe you would go here, here, and here. Like this. But I'm not completely positive on that one. It's not exactly the one I wanted to go over anyway. It's the one I wanted to go over is if, and the one that's more commonly played is this one. Then black goes down. Now here, there's a lot of weaknesses and cuts to worry about, but as long as you put the importance of cuts and weaknesses in order, then you should do this fine. The next move's here, and this corner is getting very large, so black needs to save a stone. And now, if white goes here, black can go here, and white moves here next, so black can go here. Now, it's important not to Atari and let white connect and then go here, because all white has to do now is just go here. White takes, and now white can play elsewhere on the board. Because as soon as black goes here, white can play there, and it's a very common shape. If you don't know it, then just grab your go board and just play it out. Or you can just get online and make your own go board and play it out. But yeah, it's not very good for black because black loses Sente. Or at least gives white a stronger shape. I forgot who ended in Sente, we'll find out in a second. So black's next move is here, and then white needs to capture these two stones so that way he doesn't die in the corner, so white will go here. Now black does the Atari. And white has the choice of just connecting and just taking. Take I don't like, because as soon as you take the two stones, later, maybe not now necessarily, but sometimes people might even do it now, but this Atari right here is very annoying. It's just to give him black a free move, and just it isn't necessary to give black that move. So white can just connect, and black does get Sente like I thought. Black can now play elsewhere on the board. Anywhere he wants. He can Tanuki. So make sure you don't mess up this Atari right here. Later, white does have this in Sente, or if you want to do it right now, it's your choice. The bigger weakness though is this cut right here that's important to remember. A lot of people might try to push right here to gain some forcing moves on this side. I usually don't recommend that, because normally if you're wanting moves on this side, you'll Atari right here and then cut off this black stone, and it might result into a fight. It might not. I mean, black can just play here, then white captures the stone, or black can try to run, and then white can also try to run, wherever he might run, depending on the rest of the board. But there is that weakness right here for black, so make sure that that you don't use moves out here to fix this. And also, something to take into account, if you do play right here, the black takes, you do this as Satari. So make sure that if you're playing this cut's not important. Because this cut is a very good achi for white to use. Well, I'm not sure what else to go over in here. If anybody has any questions, feel free to ask me. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.